Okay, in this video, we're going to go over how to use SMS text messages for marketing your local business. So this is really for local businesses that want to grow faster. So whether you run a gym, if you're a personal trainer, if you run a chiropractic office, beauty salon, med spa, landscaping company, roofing, HVAC, whatever it is, if you run a local service business, text message marketing can really help you grow. So who am I? My name's Dan Martini. I'm the CEO of One Stop Revenue. We've worked with over 200 local businesses and we've spent multiple millions of dollars on advertising. And we have generated many more multiple millions of dollars for our clients in return. If you're interested in learning more about us, the link is in the description below, but that's all I'll say about that. So there's a couple reasons why you should consider SMS text message marketing for your local business. Number one being that deliverability is really high. So for example, if you're doing email marketing, deliverability can be like 70% sometimes if you're not doing that well. For text messages, you basically have 100% deliverability rate. So if you have good phone numbers, you're guaranteed to be in their inbox, in your customer's inbox when they check their phone. Number two, it has a really high readability rate. So for example, again, comparing to email marketing, if you send an email, those emails might have an open rate of 15%, 20% if you're doing well. A text message has about 98% open rate. So if you send someone a text, there's a 98% chance that they will actually open it and read the text. So a couple of really great reasons to consider text message marketing, but that comes with some caveats. So if you're going to land in someone's inbox all the time and you're going to get a 98% open rate, make sure your content is good. Make sure it's what they want to see and make sure we don't spam them. So don't send them a text every day or every week or anything like that. A good cadence would be something like once, maybe twice per month. If you're doing like real marketing, sending an offer to your prospects. If you're just confirming appointments and things like that, sending a text every day until the appointment is usually totally fine. But as if you're doing like a real promotional text message blast to, let's say, 1,000 people or something, 1,000 phone numbers, you don't want to do that every day. You want to do that maybe once, twice per month tops. All right, so the objectives of this video are going to be three things. So number one, if you're going to consider text message marketing for a marketing avenue, you need to get verified first. So there's something called the A2P verification process, which I'm going to go over with you really quickly. Number two are the primary ways to use texts to generate revenue for your business. And then number three are the pitfalls that you want to avoid. There are some pitfalls in there, but there's also just tips and tricks to make sure that you get better response from your marketing efforts. So let's just jump right in and go over the information. So number one, verification. So yes, this is the boring stuff. You have to get verified first if you're going to do bulk SMS text. Now there's something called the A2P verification process. So A2P verification, or application to person verification, is a process that the US mobile phone carriers use to ensure that text messages sent from businesses to customers are legitimate. It's intended for businesses that use software to bulk send SMS text to their audience, such as text notifications or promotional campaigns. So yes, this was implemented, I believe it was implemented in 2023. So moving forward, we all have to be A2P verified if we're going to do bulk SMS texts. So how to do it? First, you need a CRM. So you need a platform online that allows you to do bulk SMS texts. I recommend Go High Level. I'm not affiliated in any way, so if you don't like Go High Level for some reason, or if you have a different program, use that. I don't care. Whatever works for you is totally fine. Just make sure you get verified first. So if you have a platform like Go High Level, you'll be able to verify your business in the phone number section where you purchase your phone number. And there's a series of steps that you need to follow to get your business in compliance with the new laws. So a couple of those things are, number one, brand approval. All right, so you have to get your brand approved first. So this includes your legal business name. So you have to be a legal business, your business address, and then your EIN, your tax ID number. So you have to have those 3 things to be verified for the new A2P verification. Okay, so if you're a real business and you have a real address and you have a tax ID number, you're golden. You're good to go. Number 2 is the campaign approval. So yes, we have to get the campaign styles that we're going to be sending out approved first. So a couple of examples, a couple of must-haves that we definitely need in our campaigns to get approved is, number 1, reply stop to opt out in your text message. So when you send a bulk text to 100, 200, 500 people, at the bottom of that text, you need to have legally in there now, reply stop to opt out, which gives people the opportunity to opt out of any text message campaign. Right? This is just a respectful thing to do. So I'm kind of glad that they have that in there. Number 2 is we have to also, in the text itself, we have to include the business name, your name, or just someone from the business. You just basically have to identify yourself. So I'll give you a quick example here. If you're sending out a text, you could say something like, "Hi, John, this is Dan from One Stop Revenue, ... and then finish the rest of your text. I wanted to let you know about our promotion X, Y, and Z. All right, so this is the verification process. So number 1, get a CRM. Number 2, get your brand approved. Number 3, get your campaign approved. Number 4, just make sure you have the fundamentals of the text message implemented, such as identify yourself, identify the business, and then reply stop to opt out under any initial text that you do. All right, so that's the boring stuff. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into the interesting stuff, which is basically how to make more money with text message marketing. So the primary ways to use texts. There are 2 primary ways to use text. Number 1 is to make a direct offer. This will result in a more direct sales process, more direct sales cycle. So this is when you essentially provide an offer to the person in the text itself and book an appointment with them through the text, or then send them a link to purchase something, whatever. But it's a direct offer within the text. And then number 2 is to drive traffic to something else. So for example, if you send an email to your list, let's say you have 5,000 people on your email list, let's say you typically get a 20% open rate. If you text everybody on your email list, on your text message list saying, "Hey, I just sent you an email," that'll drive more traffic to that email. So let's go over the first one first, and we can dive into these a little bit more in depth. So number 1, how to make offers through SMS text. So the key here is if you're going to make an offer, make a great offer. Make it a direct response offer. So, hey, I'm offering you X, Y, and Z. Reply back to claim the offer. That's a direct response offer. We don't want to just tell them about the offer. We want to make sure that they respond in some way. So nothing can replace a really great offer. The better your offer is, the more you will encourage people to take action on that offer, which will increase your chances of closing sales. Don't just say, "Come try us out," right? Or, "Hey, we're the best in town. Would you like to work with us?" Like, that's not good enough. We want to make sure we have a great offer, something to get their foot in the door, so to speak, first, and then that enters them into the sales cycle. So a couple of things that I think you should include on your texts is urgency. So for example, this offer ends tonight at midnight, right? Claim now because this offer ends tonight at midnight. Number 2 is scarcity. So, hey, we only have 5 spots available, right? So that's just one example of scarcity. These are really important. This gets people to take action now rather than, "Oh, great, they're having an offer. I think I might want to take advantage of it, in a month or 2 when I get back from vacation." No, "Hey, we only have 5 spots available. Let me know if you want me to save a spot for you," or something along those lines, right? The last thing is a question at the end of each text. So this is basically a call to action. So when you do any type of direct response marketing, at the end of either an ad or an email or a text or anything, we want to have some type of call to action. That's what this question is. So, hey, hey John, this is Dan from One Stop Revenue. I wanted to let you know about our brand new promotion X, Y, and Z. And then you could say something like, would you like me to reserve a spot for you? Or would you like me to reserve a time for you? Or would you like me to book an appointment for you? Or something like that, right? So that is how to send offer texts to people. So have a great offer in the text, put urgency in it, put scarcity in it, and always ask a question at the end. These are always going to be short texts, by the way. You don't want to have these long texts like an email. Don't do that. 3 to 4 sentences is more than enough. We just want to get people to take action like it would be a real text from a friend, and always ask a question at the end of the text. All right, so that is number 1, making offers. Number 2, the second way you can use texts are driving traffic. So how to drive traffic through SMS text. So the purpose of using texts to drive traffic is if you have something bigger or more complex to explain than what you can typically fit into a text. So again, text should be 2, 3, 4 sentences max. So if you have something longer, you want to drive traffic. So for example, if you're launching a new offer or launching a new service and you want people to know about it, it might be a good idea to let them know you sent them an email and to go check it out. Or if you made a new post on social media, which has a lot of great info on it, they can go and check out your profile. So you're just directing them what to do. Hey, we're launching a brand new program, or we're introducing a brand new service, or we just came out with a brand new product. We have so much more info on a social media post I just made. Go check it out. I just made it at 2 o'clock or whatever, right? Drive people to a specific thing. What you want to do is include curiosity, right? So when you make an announcement that you just sent them something, people will be naturally curious about what it is. So, hey, I just sent you something. Go check it out. I just sent you an email. They'll go look, right? So just that curiosity piques their interest enough to go look at an email or a social media post or whatever. Number 2, make it worth their while. So don't send them a text message that isn't important, right? Don't send them something like, hey, go check out my social media post, and then you're showing them what you ate at Chipotle last night, right? You want to make it much more valuable to them. Either give them a great offer, make a new announcement, or provide value in some way, right? The cool thing about social media posts is if you direct people to a social media post and they interact with it, they click on it, they read it, whatever it is, you can always retarget those people on advertising for that offer. So if you drive 1,000 people to a social media post for a new offer and they interact with it, they click on it, they go to a landing page or something, you can use advertising to then retarget those people to put the offer back in front of them a second, third, fourth, fifth time to sell as much as you possibly can. So that's the cool thing about social media posts. All right. So those are the 2 primary ways to use text message marketing. Number 1, make an offer. So direct offer. Hey, we have this offer. Would you like me to reserve a spot for you? Would you like me to book an appointment? Whatever it is. Number 2, drive traffic to something else, whether it's an email or social media post, whatever. Right? Okay. The last thing here are pitfalls to avoid, or really just tips and tricks to make this work better. Number 1, Tuesday through Thursday. So these are typically the best days to send texts. Response rates are higher. So if you send it on Friday or a Monday or a Saturday or a Sunday, something like that, just expect a lower response rate. If that's cool with you, great. If it's not, Tuesday through Thursday are the days that you want to send out a text. Number 2, one thing at a time. So when people either send an email or a text or anything, a lot of times I get asked, hey, I have a few things I want to announce. Excuse me. I have a few things that I want to announce. Can I put multiple things in the text? The answer is no, don't. And I'll tell you why. People get very confused, and people's attention span can at max hold 3 things. So if we know that at max someone's attention span can really just remember 3 things. If you only include one thing, you're guaranteed to get that remembered. So when you send a text or an email or make a social media post, don't put a bunch of announcements. Don't put a bunch of things that people have to remember. Just include one thing at a time. That's all I have to say about that. One thing at a time, one offer at a time. Tell them to do one thing at a time. Number 3, the shorter, the better. So we've tested many different lengths: long text, short text, 1 sentence, 3 sentence, 5 sentence, 10 sentence. Typically 3 to 4 sentences are a great length. So readership is higher. So if someone sees like a really long text, they'll say, oh, I'll read the rest of it later. If you have just 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences, readership is higher. And information recall is much higher as well. So again, they're going to remember what you say in a 3 to 4 sentence text versus a paragraph with a bunch of information. So short texts. All right, number 4, always ask a question. So yes, I know I mentioned it up here, questions. It's that important that I'm putting it down here too. So always ask a question. When you send your prospects a text with a direct response offer, be sure to always ask a question at the end of every text you send them. So what does this mean? It doesn't just mean ask a question after the first text you send them. It means after the second and third and fourth as well. So I'll give you an example. If you say, hey, let's say you're a gym, right? Hey, we just came out with a summer special. It's X, Y, and Z. Would you like me to reserve a spot for you? And they say, yes, I can come in on Thursday. You don't want to just say, great. You say, great. What time works better for you? 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, something like that, right? We always want to put the ball back in their court. Or if they say, yes, I'm interested, but what are your times that you're open? You don't just want to respond, oh, we're open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Right? There's nothing to get them to respond back. What you want to say is, hey, we're open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. What time works best for you? So always ask a question. What we're doing is we're just inching forward. We're pushing the ball down the court just a little bit, an inch at a time, to progress the sale. The last one, no links. This is really important. So if you just think that you can send a text to 5,000 people and put a link in it to like a landing page or something like that, don't do it. It's not going to work. A lot of times the carriers will flag that as spam and either block your number or send it to spam. Okay? So don't send links unless it is in a response to someone. So you could say something like, hey John, this is Dan from One Stop Revenue. We have X, Y, and Z offer that we're running until the end of June. Would you like me to send the link to sign up? When they say yes, then send the link. You don't just want to blast the link out and say, hey, here's the link to sign up. We don't want to do that. Okay? So that's everything I have for you today, guys. I hope this was helpful. SMS marketing is killer. We're getting awesome results for our clients. If you want to learn more about how we might be able to help you implement SMS marketing into your business, check in the description below. Our link to our website is there. You can check it out. If you would like to book a call with us, and we'd be happy to chat with you and see if we can help you out. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you on the next one.